After coming off a very exciting weekend out at the Richmond Raceway, the NASCAR Cup Series now turns their attention to the Bristol Dirt Race on Easter Sunday. This is going to be the third annual Bristol Dirt Race, and last year we saw the 18 car of Kyle Busch go into victory lane after the 14 car of Chase Briscoe and the 8 of Reddick collided at the end and spun each other both out. And then the year before, we saw Logano getting the job done there. This year, I expect it to be very exciting as always. And today, I am here to give y'all my full predictions on how things will play out at the Bristol Dirt Race. And I'm also doing a Pick 5 contest as always, same rules. So get your picks down below to be entered, and on to the intro we go.
Hey, I'm Lady here, and you're watching William Blackman on YouTube.
The Bristol Dirt Race has been now a thing for 3 years now. The first year we saw Logano, the second year we saw Kyle Busch. And when you think of dirt racing, you really don't think about Joey Logano or Kyle Busch. And I believe a lot of people, when this race was first announced, expected that the dirt racers were going to be the favorites and they're going to dominate. And last 2 years, like 2021, we really didn't see that. But in 2022, we got a glimpse of it at the end with Reddick and Briscoe. But this year, though, I just think it's going to, be the same as it was last year. It's going to be split even. It's going to be fair for everybody. I don't think it's a true dirt race. I think anybody can win it regardless of their background history. But saying this, though, I just looked at last year. I think Chase Briscoe did a phenomenal job at the end. He was the quickest car, clearly. And I think he's going to go out here to Bristol this Sunday night and win the Bristol Dirt Race. And if this were to happen, this will be a big deal for not only Chase Briscoe, as it is his second career win, but a big win for Ford and Stewart-Haas Racing. Ford has only been in victory lane one time this year, and that was at Atlanta with Joey Logano, as you can see. But, though, since then, things have been kind of up and down for them. And I believe they can win here. They'll turn the season right around because next weekend, we go to Martinsville, a short track. Anything can happen there. Then Talladega, all bets are off. But there you go. Chase Briscoe wins it. It's going to be a big deal, and I believe he will. He was the quickest car a year ago. I don't see why he can't go out there this year with the same setup and be as good as he was last year. Time will tell, though. Second place, though, will be Kyle Larson in the 5 car, your defending race winner at Richmond this past weekend. He's coming to the Bristol Dirt Race very hyped up because of his background history, but I just think not only because of his background history, but because of the car he's got racing right now, is pretty darn quick, and I believe he's going to be up there on the time charts. And Kyle Larson for second place, I think that's pretty fair. Third place is going to be Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Stenhouse Jr. finished runner-up back in the 2021 Bristol Dirt Race, which was ran, I believe, on a Monday afternoon after it got postponed the night before. I'm all over the place here with my times, but I remember, though, he finished second place in 2021. Heading into 2022, a lot of people kind of hyped him up, and he kind of disappointed. But I believe right now the car he's got with him at JTG Daugherty Racing is a very competitive car. Their alliance with Hendrick Motorsports has gotten tremendously tightened over the last year or so, and the car is just a lot better. And I believe Stenhouse can go out here and be a force to reckon with and possibly go to victory lane. Fourth place is going to be the 45 car of Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick, I said it last week. He is getting better week in and week out, regardless of the results. He is being competitive, if that makes sense. Because last week at Richmond, Reddick's finish did not show for how competitive he was throughout the race. He was very competitive. And obviously, this is a Bristol Dirt Race, and if you win this race, you're going to have an asterisk beside your name. But if Reddick can go out here, and let's say he were to win this race or get fourth, and it's just a very good result for a lot of teams, and 2311 Racing will take it. But if he were to get this top 5 like I'm predicting, It's going to be an interesting, I don't know, couple of days or months of negotiating at 2311 Racing with Bubba Wallace and its future, because Bubba Wallace has been struggling lately. Very, very bad. He wrecked out early in Atlanta, wrecked out early in Coda, but had a decent outing in Richmond, and I am sure he got some confidence back. But if he goes out here to Bristol and just flunks it and just says, it's a dirt race, I'm not good at racing dirt, if I'm Denny Hamlin, I'm looking elsewhere because the driver's starting to make too many excuses. And I like Bubba Wallace. I think he's a great driver, but he has too much self-doubt, and that self-doubt is dragging him down, and which is ultimately hurting his race results and efforts. And if you're not putting those up, you're going to get the boot. Simple as that. That's a business for you. But Reddick finishing fourth. Fifth place, that would be Christopher Bell in the 20 car. He is so darn unpredictable. He came into the Cup Series many years ago after Eric Jones moved to the 43 car in 2021. So he raced in 95 for Bob Levine, and then he moved over to JGR. And early on, his second race, I believe, with the team, he won out at Daytona, the road course, defended off Logano. Had a lot of hype with him for the 2021 season. Kind of disappointed at the end. But fast forward to 2022, Bell just flipped a switch, and he won many races. So, this year, I believe he's going to win many of them. And this Sunday at Bristol can be one of them, but I just think he's going to finish fifth. So there you go, Chase Briscoe, Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Tyler Reddick, and, of course, Christopher Bell. My dark horse, though. I've thought about it. I looked at a couple of drivers that had a dirt background. I really try to stay away from that. But who is in need of a good run? Todd Gilliland, a great driver in the dirt. Last year, we saw a great effort from him. Is that one driver to look at? Maybe. But the one I got circled on the list is Ty Dillon in the 77 car. Ty Dillon is off to one of the worst starts you can ever have as a NASCAR Cup Series driver. He's well below in the standings in the 30s, and he's behind drivers like Chase Elliott still, and that's very unacceptable. And his teammates, Corey LaJoie, is in the top 16 in points, so something's not right over there. I hate to say this, but could Spire be spending more money on LaJoie rather than Ty Dillon? I don't know. That's kind of, going out the box here. But Ty Dillon just not off to a great start this year. Simple as that. And the Bristol Dirt Race can be a race where Ty Dillon can turn things around because he needs it. And last year, he got a top 10 in the 42 car. He struggled last year with Petty GMS, but this was the one race where he came to race and he shined very well with a top 10 result. Remember, folks, Ty Dillon, he can say, I thought he was a good plate racer. He wrecked out early in the 500 with mechanical issues. Atlanta, not as competitive. So he's got to turn things around, and if he's wanting to make the playoffs, he's going to have to win a race. And it's going to either have to be at a plate race or this Bristol Dirt Race, because I don't see anything else working out for him. So my dark horse is Ty Dillon. Who knows what can happen here? But everybody, though, remember to get your picks down below, and please like and subscribe and turn on the bell for never missing a video ever again from my YouTube channel. Peace.